student of first year computer science engineering, and I'm going to show the project which I have made for the Skyfi Labs, the prediction of Boston housing price. So here is the program. We are firstly importing all the libraries required: NumPy, which is multi-dimensional arrays; Pandas to handle manipulation and data analysis; importing of Matplotlib for drawing and other required libraries for generating animations. From sklearn we are importing load Boston, which is used to load our data, that is the Boston housing data. And then we are importing mean squared error, so it shows the error generated by our code while predicting the values. Then we are using train test split to split our data into training and testing data sets, and min max scaler for minimum and maximum. IPython display used to generate animation of our data. Data pre-processing, so we all know that data pre-processing means to collect all the data and to get an idea of how our data is, and it is a step before processing our data. So we are using Boston equals to load Boston, which is used to load our housing data. Then we are getting a description of our data by using boston.descr. So here we can see many things appeared on our screen. These are the description of our Boston dataset. Number of instances 506, attributes 13. All the name of the attribute are displayed here. Then after that, the name of the creator, URL of this dataset, and many other things we can see. Next is putting our data into data frame using pandas. So here we are putting our data into features, and then we will be printing that features. So here are 13 features: CRIM, ZN, INDUS, CHAS, NOx, RM, age, DIS, RAD, tax, PTR ratio, D, LSTAT. So we can see there are 506 rows and 13 columns, out of which 13 are our features. Now here we are showing how to access a feature individually. For example, if I write feature tags, it will show all the tags in it will show data in the tags column only. In target, we can see we have created 506 rows and one more column known as target. Now we are getting the maximum of our target, that is 50, and minimum of our target, that is 5. Now in the next step we are going to concatenate this target column with our original data frame. So we will be taking access as 1 because access by default is set to 0, that is to add a row, but by taking it as 1 we are going to add it as a column in our data frame. So here you can see target has been added to our data frame. Now we are getting the description of our data frame, so it shows the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, and the maximum value for each column. Now in the next step, that is the third step, we are going to have our data visualization. We are firstly finding out correlation with the target variable and the attributes, so you can see the correlation on this graph. Then in next step we are going to normalize our data. So as you can see here, print y, we are getting 24, 21, 34, 33, 36. These are different values which have not been normalized yet. So we can see the data is between 21 to 36. But after normalization, our data comes between 0 to 1. In the next step, we are going to split our data into training and testing set, which is in a ratio of 20 is to 80%. Next, we are going to calculate our mean square error. We are making three functions for that. That is error function, update function, and the gradient descent function. These are here as follows. Gradient descent, in this we are calling it the percent time means the total time taken. Then we are giving initial value of m as 0.9, initial value of c as 0, learning rate has been kept 0.001, and if we change the value, then it can lead to overflow of our data. Total number of iterations we have given 250. It can be increased or decreased depending upon our requirement. Error threshold is 0.001, and if the error is below this, then the program would terminate. So here we can see that wall time, the time taken is 482 milliseconds. And next we are plotting our regression curve using matplotlib. So here we can see our curve. Now we are plotting our error with each iteration, and we can see that our error reduces with each iteration. The error at the starting was 0.07 and it reduced when the iteration was 250. Visualization of our model. In this step we are going to visualize that how our model is working and how it fits our data. So here in this animation we can see it is fitting our data. The last step is the prediction of our data. We are using the mean square error here also, and then we are going to predict our data. So you can see we have given x and target y and got this prediction as well. We are plotting our prediction on this graph, scatter plot. Now we are reshaping it to get x test, y test and predicted only. So we can see this is our index, x values, y values and the predicted values are as follows. Thank you.